Once your Webex contact center is provisioned, from Control Hub, go to the Tenant Settings information block and click on Digital. Here you'll see that Webex Connect and Webex Engage have been provisioned for your tenant, and both are hyperlinked to take you to the interface and tools they provide. These are also available as quick links from the Control Hub. The Concurrent Digital Conversation Details information block refers to the subscription definitions that have been licensed, specifically for what agents are capable of supporting. So in this instance, the value of 3,000 refers to the maximum number of digital conversations that can be handled simultaneously through various digital channels such as chat, email, or social media at any given time. The surge percentage is the percentage of the licenses that are allowed to increase over and above the existing entitlements. The maximum threshold is calculated by increasing the license by the surge percentage allowed for the tenant. The next step is to launch into Webex Connect and perform authorizations. This refers to the process of granting permissions and access rights to different nodes or components of the system. Each node may represent a distinct part of the Webex Connect architecture, such as a server, service, or application module. Node authorization ensures that these components can securely communicate and interact with each other, and with external systems as required. This process is crucial for maintaining security and integrity within the system, as it controls which nodes have access to specific data and functionalities. It also helps in managing user permissions and ensuring that only authorized entities can perform certain actions within the Webex Connect platform. You can locate the node authorization starting point in the Webex Connect interface by navigating to the Assets icon on the left side menu. From there, find and click the Integrations icon. To begin, the first thing you'll need to do is give the integration a name. This helps easily identify and distinguish between different authorizations for future activities like troubleshooting, especially when multiple integrations are set up. It can also be crucial in large systems that have many connections. So let's give this add authorization a name. Note that you can't have spaces between words. This is a common practice for many applications that use spaces as delimiters to separate commands or arguments, as well as the possibility that authorization names might be used in URLs or API endpoints where spaces can create issues. The U to specify the preferred method or protocol you want to use for integrating with an external system or service. The options in this drop-down menu include no authorization required, basic and digest authentication, AWS signature, API key, and OAuth 2.0. Each method have different characteristics to how authorization is achieved. For example, basic authentication uses a straightforward method of username and password that are encoded into each request, whereas an API key involves using a unique key that is passed along with the request. When the type is selected, you'll see that the page dynamically changes to present the different properties that are available or required based on the authorization type selected from the drop-down menu. For this example, basic authentication is used and a username and password parameter value field must be populated. These are plain text value entries and need to match the correct format as specified by an external system receiving the request. Once the authorization is completed, you'll see it added to the list. Notice the authorization name is accompanied by an authorization ID. This ID may be used when configuring integrations, managing authorizations, or performing API calls that require specifying which authorization to use or modify. There's also a reference to a webhook. In this instance, a webhook hasn't been configured, but it's important to know that it's used to identify and manage webhooks associated with your authorization. Webhooks send real-time data from one application to another whenever a specified trigger or event occurs.